Hey everyone, welcome to another $1,000 strap search. I've got my $1,000 in singles here, and well, wait, the color's off. Ah, I have $1,005 bills this week. That's right, $5,000. $5,000 in fives that I get to search. It's not very often I get the opportunity to search them. But before I show you what I found, let's talk about this week's tip. Now, this week's tip is, well, be different every once in a while. Every week you see me go through 1,000 singles, and there's nothing wrong with going outside your comfort zone every once in a while just to see what else is there. It was interesting for me going through these particular notes because I'm used to seeing singles. I'm used to the condition that I see singles in, and singles, they take a beating, they take abuse, and because of that, they get sent back to the Fed a lot quicker. So you don't see older notes as often. As you move up in denominations, $100 bills, for instance, don't take a beating. People tend to take care of $100 bills. You never see anybody crumple up a $100 bill and stick it in their pocket. And you'll see somebody grab a fistful of singles and just jam them in their pocket. So as you go up in denomination, people care for the notes much better. I found it interesting that I did not find any old notes in this group, yet there was still so many notes that were in rough shape. It was almost as if they were trying to keep what they've got in circulation as long as possible, but people treat them so poorly that they are just falling apart. So it was an interesting experience for me to deal with $5 bills rather than dealing with singles, just because of all the subtle differences like that. I was curious to see what I was going to find as far as trinaries, as far as quads, as far as radars, as far as fancies, as far as old notes. I was wondering how fives would equate since it's been a while since I've done a strap search of fives. And, well, let's get to it. Let's check out the results of my $5 search. Starting off, found some trinaries, zeros, ones, and fives on this one. Zeros, fours, and nines. Zeros, ones, and twos. Zeros, twos, and fours. And you'll notice a trend with these. I put them in order already. Zeros, sevens, and threes. And this is twos, fours, and sixes. Ones, threes, and sevens. Ones, sixes, and sevens. And then we get to the quads. Quad threes again. Quad fours. Quad fives. Quad sevens. And another quad sevens. And there is quad eights. Now, the reason why I put these in order is because I don't really plan on keeping trinary fives or keeping quads with fives. It adds up way too quick, and I just don't get a chance to go through fives as often. But I did go through my box to see if any of my trinary fives that I found match any of the trinaries that I have in singles, because that would be cool, pulling a $1 bill and a $5 bill with the exact same serial number. I did the same thing with the trinaries, no luck. So as much as I'd love to show you guys a pair, didn't happen. So these will be going back into circulation. Let's see, I found some stars. This is a 2017 A star note. Now, with the fives and above, the serial number will actually tell you the series. Series 2017 A, well, that's the P, okay? E represents Virginia, just like it would on a single. And then, of course, the last digit would represent the number of times they've gone through all of the numbers. This one, of course, though, is just a star, so it's a replacement note. But if I back it up one note here, you can see here is a 20, which one is this? 2013, that was M. Making 2017 the P, and 2017 would be the N. 2017A is the P because they don't use the O. All right, anyway, so there is a P 2017A star note, another 2017A, and I checked, they're not filled. I also looked these up to see if they were rare. No dice, even though this one starts off with 3 zeros, 2017A there, but yeah, no, not a rare. Another 2017A, this one is from PG, so it's a Chicago note from that series. Let's see, another one from Chicago, same series, 2017A. And another one. And the oldest star I found was from 2013. You can see it's got the M. F is Atlanta, so that was from the Atlanta one, and yeah, it's got a little tear in it there. That's all right. None of them are rare, so they will be going back into circulation. It was neat to see what I was going to come up with. But like I said, there weren't any older notes. I wasn't able to find any of the monochrome or any of the small head. I guess those are very easy to pick out when you're going through all of these, and you can find them just that quick. So, yeah, that's what I've got there for the fives. It was fun to do. It was fun to check out. But I'll be happy to get back to my singles. However, since I did fives this week, I decided I should probably pull something out of my box that kind of matches this. And I decided to pull out a $5 bill, and I decided to make sure it was one that was a little different. How's this for a little different? The different. This is the 1896 $5 silver certificate, the educational note, $5 educational note. This was one of the most incredible series ever done. They don't even look like money. This just looks like pure artwork. One of the top 100 notes of all time. I believe this is in the top 10. This is the Troublemaker note. The 1896 Silver Certificate series, the educational series, was designed to help educate the public. Now, keep in mind, in 1896, everybody didn't have access to museums and the internet and television, forgetting what century we're currently in. So, yeah, most people had never seen fine art like this. And each of these artistic notes also were a learning experience when you learned what they were actually about. Now, this particular one was about this fabulous new invention called electricity. And if you look, you can see a lightning bolt lighting the torch of the figure dead center there. Taking a look at the back, you've got Ulysses S. Grant and General Sherman on the Sherman. I'll find out in a second. Actually, let's just look. That is Sherman. That's what that looks like there. Right. Okay. And of course, like I always say, the Indiana Jones eagle on the back. To me, that looks like the wings that you see on the Ark from Raiders of the Lost Ark. But anyway, the note is graded. It says repaired, and when I look, I have the feeling that this is what the repair is. I think this note was glued back together or something like that right there. Because it looks like from about here down, it looks like the note may have been split and re-glued. So that's what I think the repair is. That's about the only thing I can come up with, because the rest of the note's really good. Looking at the picture itself, I'm just trying to look at fold lines and stuff like that. You can see some here. There are a few vertical as well as the horizontal there. I think the grading was perfectly fair at 15. But yeah, that's that. You can see the seal is right over here. It is a silver certificate, so you do have the blue numerals right there. Now, I call this the Troublemaker note. The reason it's known as the Troublemaker note is because when they did the figure in the center, they forgot to put clothes on. And of course, this being America, there's always somebody that will want to tell us how and what we can do and live. So they decided that they were going to be offended by this picture, even though there were countless bills that featured nudity prior to this. This was a problem. So yes, in a Declaration of Freedom, they said you can't have this, and they took away all these notes. So they were only out from 1896 to 1899. 1899, they had to redo the entire series because somebody was offended. Thought it was a free country. You have the right to be offended. But anyway, yeah, being offensive is not a crime. If you don't like something, don't do it and don't look. Stop trying to tell people how to live their lives. But because they knew better, we lost this wonderful piece of currency. We don't get to have currency like this. Let's take a look at what the book has to say. I got the big book here, Paper Money of the United States, and let's take a peek. Got it right here. There it is, and if I look on this side, you can see the third and last of the educational series, Electricity Presenting Light to the World, an allegorical group showing electricity as the world's dominant force. And on the back, you have the bust of Ulysses S. Grant and Philip Sheridan. Sheridan, that's who's on the back. Union Army generals during the Civil War. And of course, there is the picture, front and back. And no, YouTube, I'm not going to blur any images. This was our money. Let's see. Mine is number 269. So it has the signatures of Bruce and Roberts. In VG8, it starts off at $875. In a 12, it's $1,500. In a 20, it's $2,350. You aren't going to find this note for those prices. But if you can, good luck. Based on this book, I would say mine graded 15 would probably be in the $2,000 range. But once again, trying to find one at that price, I don't think you're going to be able to do it. It seems that the price guide for coins seems to be a retail price guide, whereas the price guide for paper money seems to be, oh, well, that's just out of date. You'll be lucky to find that. So anyway, this, once again, the 1896 $5 silver certificate, one of the most incredible notes we've ever had. And it's just too bad people like to tell us what to do. I thought we were, as a country, against that kind of thing. Anyway, if you learned anything new, go ahead and hit that like button. If you like what you see and you want to see more, please subscribe. Love reading all your comments. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.